Good morning, everybody. This is Todd McGee. I saw there was a lot of anxiety this morning about setting up buttons in the Google Meet, and it is a little bit different because I used to set it up in Google Classroom, but we're obviously going to have to standardize, so I thought maybe I could assist since I use this recording stuff in my other classes anyways. First, obviously, we want to go to your Canvas, go to your dashboard, and pick out your course module. Just to throw this out there, I'm going to pick one of my modules I've had to kind of toy with recently because some of you may notice on your home page like this, if you have a lot of pictures, it'll jam. And I used to have a button to all my different modules I was going to put at the bottom. And if you're seeing it significantly slow down like I did, you might have to trim it all out. So notice I have just a really quick, simple home page, and I'm probably going to have to tidy this up even more. But what Jen was talking about this morning is we want to put a button right above these 6 buttons that she said were standardized. All of us classes have these. And we want to put something right above it here where the students are going to click to go to the Google Meet, and they'll have their code ready and available right there. If all of us do this, then all of our students should do this pretty simple every single day. So to do this, we're going to go to Edit Mode. And what I really hate about Canvas is why it makes it so small. You just kind of have to click somewhere and hit the backspace and it expands it. I don't know why they do that. And we just want to put something down here. We can move it a little bit later, but I'm giving myself a little space to work with. We're going to want to go and create a table. So go up here to Table and create 2 spaces for the table. Off to the side, I'm going to create something like class code. You can put whatever you want there. And the important thing here is you create a class code that is unique to your class, kind of like an email where nobody else can have that same email. It's kind of like a username in a way. So for my class, I'm going to make it bold so it stands out, and I'm going to call it BPHS-anatomy, anatomy 4X. And again, as long as it's something that is unique to your class and no one else in the world can use it, you should be good to go there. I'll go ahead and knock it down like that. And if you want to get a little creative, you can even highlight it like this and come up here and click center, and that'll make it nice and center. Now come over here to this side, and what we're going to want to do is enter a button in there. So you can come up here to Google, and you can play around looking for buttons. However you want to do it. Come over here to Images. I'm sure many of us would like to have this button entered in there, and that would probably be appropriate in this situation, but for the time being, you can look up like a Google Meet button or something like this, or maybe Google Meet icon, whatever you want to do. I've already downloaded one. You can do it your own way, I guess, but either way, pick a picture that you want and download it to your computer, then come here, click in this table spot, and then if you would go over here to Pictures, you're going to click the little arrow and Upload Image. And we're going to upload the image. I have it on my hard drive. It's this little icon right there we're going to enter. So there's my icon. Wait a minute for it to load. And if it's really large, it might actually jam. So make sure you don't have too big of a image file. Click on the image, and then we're going to resize it to maybe a more appropriate scale. And I think that is maybe right there's a pretty good appropriate scale. It's always something we have to play around with. I'm also going to take my table and shrink it because I don't want my code too far away from my button where my students may never see it, because we know that when pages get cluttered, it is really hard to kind of see everything. So with that said, I've got my button here and I have my class code. We can always add a background to this or add maybe a little background color to all this, I suppose. But for the time being, you can play with those options later. All of that is available up here. But for right now, what I want to do is create a hyperlink. So here's my class code. We do not need to create a Google Meet right now. The idea is students will log in and enter this in at the appropriate time. Right now, we just simply want to link this button to Google Meet, or link whatever else you're going to put in there. So what you would do is click on the image or whatever you're going to link. You may even highlight, say, a website. I'm not going to link this, but you can highlight even words. Whatever you have clicked and highlighted, you come over here to the hyperlink and click external links. And now we're just going to type in meet.google.com. Actually, is it Google Meets or Google Meet? Okay, Google Meet. All right, type in meet.google.com. And again, that was in the hyperlink and you had to be clicked on your picture. Now notice it says link options and image options. If I click on that there, it tells me the link is there. And I can click image options and I can do anything else I want with it there. But otherwise, let's go ahead and, oh wait, one more thing. If you want to play with this, you can, whoops, click on the table. It's kind of a pain. And come here to table options and make the border width 0. And if you have any colors in there, you can change these out as well. Maybe we want to add a little background color of a little gray or something like that. There we go. So I got rid of the background. Let's go ahead and save this here like this and see what my page looks like. Hopefully I get to add a little bit more to this, but now if we scroll to the bottom, you'll see I have a button here and I have a class code. And actually obviously I'm going to fix this up a little bit, but I might even consider highlighting this whole thing or maybe even the whole table and linking it. But either way, if a student comes here and clicks on my Google Meet button, it'll take them straight to here. They'll have a different screen from what I understand because they have a student account, and they'll click Join a Meeting, and the students need to know that class code. And they'll enter that class code and they'll be able to jump into the meeting just like this. So, hello everybody. But the idea behind all of this is that if we do it this way, nobody can join our class unless they have the code, and no student can enter the class unless the teacher has already initiated the Google Meet. And my daughter is in elementary right now in Spotsylvania, and that is an issue because their teachers have created a permanent meet all year round, and the kids can enter the classroom without a teacher present. So I think that was what Stafford was thinking about when doing this method. And it is a little confusing, but I do hope this provided a little insight and hopefully help some people out. I'm going to try to copy this code, so if anybody wants to paste this as HTML, which means when you come down here to edit, whoops, when you come down here to edit, you can see the HTML option, and you would just paste your code in there appropriately. So, but either way, I hope this helped, and good luck to everybody. We're all going to need everything we can get, I suppose.